Let's talk for a minute. Hello, this is Shane Quincy, and welcome to this What's the Tea podcast episode where I'm going to talk about media. So, there are going to be lots of phrases that you can learn today based on this topic, and I'm going to give you my opinion on media use in general because I think it's quite an important topic to talk about, and it's something that interests me too. And also because this has become such a big part of our lives now. Now I'm making this podcast episode on my YouTube channel, check it out. But yeah, today we're going to talk about how media is affecting the values and norms of people in the society. And I want to talk about some of the areas of this, and by listening, you're going to get some great listening practice but also learn some new words and phrases. And I do my best to add some of the key phrases from this podcast episode in the description. Okay, so let's define first media. It is the means of communication as radio and television, newspapers, magazine, and the internet. They reach or influence people widely. We all know that media has the power to influence individual beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors. Media have both positive and negative impacts on our society. Through media, we learn a lot of things like our culture, our values, new trends, and a lot of more. It shapes our minds to understand each other's cultural values and perspective. It brings us views of different people over same issues, and based on the circumstances, we react, oppose, and even embrace these different views. As a part of Gen Z, the newest generation born between 1997 and 2012, we has been the most involved with social media and the most technologically advanced generation that faced this society yet. Social media has become our newest main source of news online with more than 4.66 billion internet users. Nearly 57% breaking news from Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, and Instagram instead of traditional media. Today, acceptance is no longer limited to a local society or a social group, but rather a global society we are connected to by social media. And social norm can affect nearly any aspect of our lives. They contribute our clothing choices, how we speak, our music preference, and our beliefs about certain social issues. They can also affect our attitudes, beliefs, and behavior related to violence. There are also things from the social media that we usually use every day, like the way we talk and the way we act. Some of the words that came out from our mouth were derived from social media. We can't avoid also imitating those nasty and unwanted things in the social media. We influenced by the social media through those things that were shown in them, like news, videos, music, and etc. People are dependent on their social media intake, and some of which have social media surrounding them every second of the day. The fact of the matter that social media is affecting our social norms. It's our job to be aware of how we act. At this stage, I just want to ask, has media been useful or helpful in upholding your values as a responsible and righteous person? I would love to know your thoughts on this, so please leave a comment below if you can. But again, I think no, because the media dictate my lives in one form or another. The media tell us how to dress, what to think about political issues, how to deal with relationship, and etc. It is basically a propaganda. We all have free will, but our thoughts are shaped by the media. In today's world, it may seem our society doesn't practice many values. We have a rise in discrimination, abuse of power, greed, and more. What are we leaving behind for our future generations? Maybe it's time for society takes a hard look at its values. So, just to finish up, I would like to say, feel free to go back and listen to this again and just get some of the keywords and phrases that we talk about. If you enjoy it, like the video and then also share it with your friends. And yeah, thank you so much for listening.